Hi, I'm Mima. I'm a grandma and a mom, and I have a chapter book that I'm reading, and it's called Jansen and the Joke House Mystery by David Adler, and I'm on chapter 4. I hope you've heard the other chapters. If not, you can go back and find them. But I'm on chapter 4, and what has happened so far is Cam and some of her family members are at a comedy club, and it's called the Joke House, and Aunt Molly's trying to win a silver plate, but the silver plate has been stolen. So they don't know where it is. So we're on chapter 4. Maybe we'll find out something in this chapter. Okay, Gary Gold is the MC for the event. Gary Gold hurried through the big room, past all the people sitting at tables. Cam and Eric followed him. "Helen," he said to the woman standing by the entrance, "has anyone left here carrying a large silver plate?" "People keep coming in. They all want to be here for the contest. No one has left." "Thank you. I'll check the back door." Gary Gold turned and saw Cam and Eric. "What are you doing?" Cam said, "I'm the one who told you the plate was missing." "She's Cam Jansen," Eric told Mr. Gold. "She has an amazing photographic memory. She solves mysteries." "I don't need a child detective," Gary Gold mumbled as he hurried past through the big room. "I need that plate." "My old friend doesn't hear so well," Granny Janie told the people in the Joke House. "We were going out, and I said she should take a coat. I told her it was windy." "No," she said, "it's Thursday." No one laughed. "It's a joke," Janie explained. "I said windy, and she thought I said Wednesday." Oh no. Gary Gold walked quietly alongside of the room. He passed the small empty table at the side of the stage. He pushed through 2 large swinging doors and went into the kitchen. Cam and Eric quietly followed him. In the center of the kitchen was a long blue table. On it were a few plates of cakes and cookies. "Hi, boss," a short, plump man said. He was wearing a large white chef's cap and a white jacket. Behind the man there was a stove, a refrigerator, and a door with a window. Along one side of the kitchen were coats hanging on hooks and several cubbies. Along the other side was another man washing dishes, in 2 big metal sinks. Large metal counters were attached to the side of the sinks. "I see trees through that window," Cam whispered. "That door goes outside." "Hi, Hal," Gary Gold said to the man wearing the chef's cap. "Did anyone walk past you and go out the back door?" Here's a picture of the chef in the kitchen. Hal shook his head. "What about you, Stan?" Gary Gold asked the dishwasher. "Did you see anyone leave?" Stan shook his head. "I've been standing here since 6 o'clock, he said, "and no one went through that door." "We came at 8, Eric whispered, "and when we got here that plate was still on the table." A server walked in carrying a large tray of dirty dishes. She took the dishes off her tray and put them on one of the counters by the sinks. "Susan, what do you need?" Hal asked. Susan took a small pad from her back pocket and read from it. 1 order of spaghetti and meatballs, a chicken salad, a cup of vegetable soup, and 2 teas. She put her tray on the blue table. She poured 2 cups of hot water and put them on her tray. Beside each cup she placed a tea bag. Hal prepared the food and put the plates on her tray. Gary Gold took a cell phone from his jacket pocket, pressed a few buttons, and waited. "There's been a robbery at the Joke House," he said into his phone. "A valuable silver plate was taken." Hal gasped. Gary Gold listened for a moment, then he said, "Please come in through the side door." Gary Gold put his cell phone away. "Susan, when the police get here, try to keep them from upsetting our guests." "Sure, boss." "Now I've got to get going. I've got to introduce the next act." He turned and saw Cam and Eric. "Why are you still here?" "We'll solve this mystery," Eric told him. "We'll find that silver plate." "The police will find it. Please just find your seats. You don't want to miss the next act. It's a funny woman named Molly Jansen." And that's the end of chapter 4. So, Molly Jansen is Cam's aunt, Cam and Eric's aunt. So she's next on stage. Okay, so that's the end of chapter 4. Do you think those kids are going to be able to solve the mystery of where the silver plate went? Okay, let's come back and read chapter 5 and listen to chapter 5 and see if we can get the answers. The book looks like it has, let's see how many chapters. Chapter 8. Chapter 8 is the last chapter, so we should be able to find out in just 3 more chapters. All right, you guys, remember, I love you. So come back and hear what happens to Kim, Jansen, and Eric, and Aunt Molly, and Gary Gold, and find the silver plate. Okay, bye-bye.